This video is all about natural nails. Naturally fake, that is. I love the look of natural nails, but let's face it, it's really hard to maintain your natural nails in our daily lives of everything that we're doing. So I was looking around for as natural as I could find for color, for making fake nails look natural. Couldn't find it. So I decided to make it. So I have got a new product I'm calling Naturally Fake. I'm going to prep this nail and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So gorgeous. Just going to prep just like you do every single nail. It's the same preparation style. Just getting in the little nooks and crannies. I'm going to switch over to my medium. You do want to get enough of a grit on there so you are buffing the shine off of the natural nail. That goes for anything you're putting on top of it. Today, we're going to work with a hybrid gel. And to get this look, it's simply the combination of colors and how you put them on. And did you know cutting your natural nail is optional? Some clients like it not there and some clients don't have an opinion. But if you keep it there, it does help create a more natural flow of where you put the form. But cutting it, that's totally an option. It doesn't really matter. It's more of a preference. Okay, get some dust off of there. Now, when I'm working with hybrid gel, that's what this product is. So it's going to be really easy for you to work with. We want to use a base. Now, I'm using my product called Bridge, and it is specifically designed to work with my Easy Gels. I call it Easy Gel. It's hybrid gel product. Also, some people call it as polygel, but it's actually a hybrid gel. So you massage this in, and we're going to nuke it for 60 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to put a form on. Now, I'm going to extend these on a form. Forms are my favorite. I love forms because you can get a real custom look, and we want this to look as natural as possible. And in my opinion, the only way to get it looking as natural as possible is using a paper form. So I am going to just put this. We're not going to use it long. We're just going to make them on the shorter side. That's more convincing that if it's natural, right? I'm going to slip this on that finger, and I'm going to give it a good pinch because I want them to look very, very natural. That's a nice trick in the form, is giving it a nice little. Okay, now here's where the natural part comes in. Ta-da! This is what I'm calling it, Naturally Fake. That's a little card of information you get on the inside. And then here's the little jar. I'm super proud of this. You guys, I am not the most terribly organized person, am I, Cameraman? No. I get stuff done. But I'm not really super organized. For me to plan something like this, I'm super, super excited about. It was months in the planning, and now it's just right. Look at that. This is what's going to make your nails look super natural. Nobody's going to know. Okay, now we're going to combine this with my pink because we want it to look super natural. You can do pink, clear, whatever you want as far as color on top. But the trick is going to be in how we place the French fingernail. It is French because it's on the end, but it's going to look natural, so it's not going to be French. But we're going to apply it in a French fashion. Does that make sense? Confusing. Okay, I do want to mention before I continue, because I get so excited with design, I do want to tell you, it's cruelty-free and HEMA-free too. So how we're going to do this is, you know how the end of your finger is not very straight? When we do French nails with the white or black or whatever color you're working with, we make it as crisp and perfect as we possibly can. It's that smile line. Well, we want this to look natural because I've got this as a natural color. We don't want it to be perfect. Far from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little scoop. Just think I have enough for the free edge, okay? That's all we're thinking of at this point. And we're going to place that on the end of the nail. You're going to get your alcohol. 70% I find is perfect. 99 or 90 is a little high. All you need is 70% of alcohol, that is. Okay, now you got my little pad here. And this is hybrid gel. So it's going to be very easy to move and you can take all the time you want. I'm going to follow this along my natural free edge line in all its imperfections. Okay, so my natural line kind of goes up a little bit. It's not terribly straight at all. You know, I'm just following along that where the free edge begins, you know, your finger ends and the free edge starts to begin. Sort of like where the white part is of your nail. Some are whiter than others. Everybody's varying. It's very different. There's nothing's right or wrong there. It's just some are a little bit whiter than others. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit more. Just a little bit shy on the one side. Now, if you're used to doing French nails and you're really good at it, this might be a little bit harder for you because you're trying to not be, you know, always we're trying to never be perfect, but you're always trying to get better and better and better and better. Now we have to think a little bit, not so straight, not so like crisp and smiley, right? It's still smiling. It's just a little bit of a crooked smile. You don't have to be perfect on this part. And certainly you could be. It just depends on how natural you're trying to make them. Now we can file it up later so we don't have to get too perfect here. As far as, you know, shaping. We'll shape all that up later. It's the beauty of sculpting. Okay. I'm happy with that. It's nice and natural looking. Here's a little trick too. If you're using a smaller lamp, sometimes the forms that we use, whichever form you're using, doesn't matter what brand, they can be a little bit bigger to fit in a small lamp to fit, you know, completely in. So just give it a little bit of a cut and then you're going to nuke it. I put my thumbs in separately like that. When I'm doing a thumb on its own, I just do it completely like that. See that? You put my full fingers underneath. Works really great, actually. If you're doing a full hand and you've got it on the side, that's totally, if you've got a good lamp, don't worry about it. It will cure as well. But if you are having troubles, just remember you can do that with your thumb straight up, especially if you're working with black gel, right? Look at that. That's not perfect at all, is it? And it's not very crisp and not smiley, but you know, it's for a natural looking nail. It's perfect. So I am going to make it a little bit thicker, as in I'm going to make sure that the apex has a little bit of height on it. So I'm going to add another layer. And you could have done it right off, like right from the beginning, but I'm just sort of creating as I go. So I'm just learning as I go. So I'm going to bring this natural nail right over top of the previous one that I've done. Just going to follow that line. I'm getting a little perfect. I think I'm going to try to make it so it's not. That's pretty good. I'm going to nuke that. Okay. So what I will do, depending on what form you're working with, some can be clear, but I find most aren't. It seems like we don't really like the clear ones as much, but when you are working with the form, take the form off once you've got a nice cure on it, because sometimes the form can have a color. If you're working with a purple one or red or silver, there's all sorts of great forms out there. But if you have a color that's coming through, especially a darker color, it can mislead you how deep it is that you're working with. And then you can get a good look at it and see if you need it to be thicker or thinner in any other spot. That's looking pretty good. I don't think I really have to do anything more to it. So now one more step, which is creating the rest of the nail. We want to put some pink on there. That's going to make this look pretty natural. So I'm just going to clean up this little edge. See? I'm just cleaning off some of the, actually I could have put it in there. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to grab some pink. Now these are made from the same lab in the US. So these are very compatible, they hybrid gels. Okay, so now I am just creating my bead for my cuticle. I'm part of the apex. So I'm just going to take my time and blend this in. Now I will take this up to the smile line, just so I can meet the two together. Just so I can establish where the two meet. This is where it's going to look quite natural in here. And we want to make sure that we do maintain that. And if we want to pull it over top of the natural color, we can. But I'm just going to line it up first, then I'm going to nuke it, and then I'll decide if I want to bring it over a little bit more. See how I'm going to feather it off into it? This is where the artistic and the subjective part will come in, of how much you want that white to be seen. Sometimes with the pink over top of it a little bit, will give it a more natural color. You know what? I'm not going to nuke it. I'm just going to gently pull it over top. Okay, give it a nuke. Okay, oh, look at that. Look how beautiful. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, so don't forget when you're working with hybrid gel, you just want to remove that dispersion layer. Now I'm going to file this all up. Yeah, you want to cover these up so you don't want to get any. I mean, usually I do them all and then I put everything away. That's where I am organized in that.
Don't forget your mask.
Oh, yeah. I don't usually wear a mask for when I'm doing one nail here because of the sound. Cameraman's a sound guy. That's what he does. So he always likes the sound to sound really good. That's why I don't have a fan or anything like that. But I got to remember to wear a mask, even if it's one nail. Now I'm just hand filing. This is really easy to file. And when I say this stuff, I mean hybrid gel. Gel is softer in particular than acrylic, let's say. So it is easier to file. Doesn't mean it's not strong. It just means it's a softer part to file. Okay, and now I'm just gonna soften up that shape. It doesn't take long at all. I'm doing this all by hand. And you just wanna make sure to get that, line it right up and make sure that you get your free edge nice and shaped. And then I can go in with a sanding sponge and smooth the whole thing over. Looking pretty natural, pretty beautiful. Now here's the trick. I can take this off now. Here's a trick. Love this. If you don't want to wear a top coat, you want to make it look totally natural, and you actually don't have anything on it at all. Here's a smooth and shine spot. It's got two different sides to it. One's a really, really, really soft grit. It's actually gritty. And the other one is so soft. It's more like a chamois. So I want to buff this up with the green side. This will bring it back to a natural looking state. And then if you turn it over to the white side, it'll buff it up like a natural nail. I mean, natural nails aren't quite this shiny, but we can do this with our natural nail. Look at that. Lovely. And then we'll put a little bit of oil on it. Massage that in. Get rid of all that dust. Oh, if anybody's interested, see that beautiful color on my other hand. Isn't that gorgeous? It's Latte by Coco and Claire, number 347, if anybody's interested. I often get people ask me what I'm wearing on the other hand. I just thought it was really pretty. Okay. Look at that. Is that natural looking or what? I absolutely love it. Wow. Okay, let's get rid of that oil off of there. There we go. You could leave it just like that. Just looks like a natural nail. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them so we can get a photograph of the whole hand with natural nails. Okay, I finished them all up and I've oiled them, but I didn't top coat them because I want to leave them in a natural state. Oh my goodness. Look how natural they look. Absolutely. Let's turn them sideways so we can see how thin they are and how natural they do look. I mean, that's all in the structure of how you build it too. That's really important. If you turn them sideways, you can really see the natural shape of it, which is really important. And then let's take a look at their thickness and thinness. See that? And you can see underneath too. Oh, I had so much fun developing this. And if it wasn't for you guys supporting my channel, supporting my website with all the products that you're purchasing, I wouldn't got a chance to actually make this. Oh, and look at, just want to show you the color. This is the color that it looks like naked. It's a very nice, creamy kind of nail tone. Absolutely love it. It turned out beautiful. I mean, seriously. Okay, let's check out the naturally fake photos. Oh, I love Hybrid-Gel. It's so much fun to work. In fact, I actually had Cameraman try. If you want to see him take a stab at it, it's pretty cute. Check it out.